All right, welcome everyone. We are going to be making what? Harvest
Morning glory.
morning glory
glory.
muffins. And this will fit into our food transition plan here. So if you're looking for something, what do I have? What do I have? We all like muffins and carbs for breakfast, I think.
That's
a
right.
little bit.
Or a snack.
Or a snack. So here we go. This is Castine. She's going to be leading this.
Yep. So we're going to make our gluten-free morning glory muffins. So really the first thing is it's going to make 12 muffins. You'll want to preheat your oven to 350 as you gather your ingredients. But we want to grease our pan. We use ghee, but you can use butter if you prefer, coconut oil. You just want to do that because these will stick. They do recommend using muffin tins, but I find that half the ingredients stick to the muffin liner, and I don't like that. So
You want to lose all those good ingredients.
exactly. All right. So once we have this done, you can just set those aside for later. All right. So I've already prepped all of our ingredients. It has a wealth of ingredients. They're all laid out here, but I already grated a Granny Smith apple. I grated 1 carrot, and then it calls for raisins and chopped walnuts or pecans, whatever you prefer, and then a can of crushed pineapple. So those are our wet ingredients. But right now we'll just combine all of our dry ingredients. So we need, let's see, a 1/4 cup of shredded coconut. So I have our coconut already. I've toasted the coconut because I prefer it that way, but you can just make it with, raw, untoasted coconut. So a 1/4 cup of that, and then a 1/4 cup of pecans or walnuts. I want to add a little more because I like a little more nuts in mine. And I never follow a recipe. And then a 1/2 cup of coconut flour. This is organic coconut flour. It's fun to cook with, but one thing about coconut flour is that it needs a lot of eggs. Otherwise it becomes kind of dry in your recipe. So got a 1/2 cup of coconut. And then we need some baking soda and baking powder. So a teaspoon of baking soda.
Didn't we start using the Bob's Red Mill for that?
We did, but we don't have any here.
We don't have any, but then Arm & Hammer's has some aluminum in it, I think.
Right.
So
Yeah.
ideally, something better than that.
It's hard to find the aluminum free.
But Bob's Red Mill, I think, is a brand that is good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and then a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
Castine's not measuring
I
again.
don't imagine. There we go. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Now, what are we using? We're using either
I-
pink Himalayan salt?
Yeah,
there?
yeah, I use the Himalayan sea salt. And then a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
And for cinnamon, what I've heard is that using Ceylon, is how you say it, is much better than all the rest.
Right, the Ceylon cinnamon.
Yeah. And then
Ceylon cinnamon.
that is it for the dry ingredients. So just give those a quick stir. Actually, it calls for maple syrup, 1.5 tablespoons, which isn't that much, but since that's not part of.
Yeah, since we're taking out sweeteners, including maple syrups, for the moment, but in the future.
Yeah, you can use a little stevia to taste. I never measure with stevia because it's so different from stevia to stevia, and it's very
You don't want to use too
potent.
much, though. That's
Like,
the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's
if
very
you saw
little.
just a little sprinkle, because it packs a lot of sweetness.
Packs a punch.
I can actually taste it in the air right now.
Mhm.
Okay, so then we'll add our wet ingredients. So we need a teaspoon of vanilla.
Always love vanilla extract.
And actually what I should be doing is combining these in another dish. And 3 eggs. I gotta learn the one-handed egg crack, but I don't have that down. Alright. Grab our blender. And I've got the give them a quick spin. And then, let's see, we're gonna add in a third cup of coconut oil,
And this is a pre-melted.
pre-melted, yeah. Yeah, we usually get Nature's Promise, organic coconut oil, so a third cup of that. Perfect. And then a can of crushed pineapple. Our fan's going in here, so sorry.
I don't know how to turn it off.
You know, we can pause if you want.
Just speak loudly.
All right. Can of pineapple,
Can of pineapple.
1 small carrot that's been shredded,
Shredded carrot.
and then a Granny Smith apple that's been shredded as
Granny
well.
Smith. And Granny Smiths are generally a little less sweet.
Right.
Not the super sweet.
Yeah.
It's a green apple.
And then a 1/2 cup of raisins. And then stir those all together.
Doesn't that look pretty?
There you go, nice and colorful. And I think that is it for our wet ingredients. So we'll combine it in here. There we go. Give that a quick mix. Get that well combined. All right, so now we are ready. Just make my scoop. All right, should make 12. I haven't made this recipe in a while, so there it goes. Ooh, that's a lot. You guys probably feel a little bit too high. And I'm hoping these will be a hit with the kids. We're trying to get rid of the processed carbs that they eat and coming up with other recipes. So this one might be a good one for them. And some of these you might want to add, you know, more cinnamon. You might want to add nutmeg. Once you try it for the first time, I like a lot of cinnamon, so I probably would have put a little more into this recipe than what's in it now.
Should have.
I sprinkle it on top.
I'm just saying, why hold back?
Right, right.
Looks like you got more than 12 there.
You do. So, I'll put it.
All right, so that's it then.
That's it.
We'll
pop
see what
it in
happens
the
when it comes
oven.
out of the oven.
All right.
There you go.